Hello children, in our previous class we learned about least distance of distinct vision, parts of human eye and their functioning, that means the function of eyelids, iris, pupil, retina and the working of ciliary muscles. Ciliary muscles helps us in adjusting the focal length of the eyelids and we call it as accommodation of eyelids. What happens if eyelids lose its ability of accommodation? In such case, people will suffer from some defects of vision. There are mainly three defects of vision. They are named as myopia, hypermetropia and presbyopia. Coming to the first one, myopia, you might have observed some of your friends in your classroom feel difficult to see objects on the board, right? But they can see clearly what is there in their notes. To get rid of from this situation, they use some spectacles, isn't it? So let us try to understand this defect of vision in detail. Okay, some people can see objects clearly when the objects are nearby to them. That means when objects are closer to them, they can see clearly, but when objects are at longer distances, they cannot see clearly. This defect is called myopia. It is also called as nearsightedness. In this case, let us see what happened. This is a healthy human eye. Okay, when the people who are having a healthy eye, if they see object at longer distances, the light rays from the object will come parallel to the principal axis and after refraction at the eye lens, image will form at retina. They will see the light rays are intersecting on retina, so they can see object clearly. But the people with myopic eye, when they try to see object at longer distance, light rays will come parallel to the principal axis. After refraction, the eye lens, because the problem is with the eye lens, so light rays will converge and forms the image before the retina itself. So object cannot be seen clearly, and we see objects clearly. We learned already that we see objects clearly whenever the image forms only on retina. If it forms before the retina, we cannot see object clearly, but we can see, but the object will not have certain clarity. And why the image forms before the retina? We know that when you try to see an object which is at longer distance, focal length of the eye lens should extend to its maximum value, that is what? Yes, 2.5 centimeters, and image will be forming here on retina. But the people suffering from myopia, when they try to see the longer distant object, eye lens will try to expand, but it could not make it. That means it could not extend to its maximum value. So it stops somewhere at 2.4 or 2.45, like that. It could not reach to 2.5. So what we can say is the maximum focal length of eye lens for myopia, for the people who are suffering from myopia, is less than 2.5. Okay. Once again I am repeating it, the maximum focal length for healthy human eye is 2.5 centimeters, whereas the maximum focal length for person suffering from myopia is less than 2.5 centimeters. We know healthy human eye can see objects at all distances beyond this point L. What is this point? This is least distance of distinct vision, and the distance between this eye lens and least distance is 25 centimeters. We know that 25 centimeters. Okay, but the people suffering from myopia cannot see objects up to certain distance only. They can't see all the distances, but they can see up to certain distance beyond this point L. Let us take the point as M, where objects, if they lies here on M or in between M and L, only those objects can be seen by the people suffering from myopia. If the object lies beyond M, then they cannot see clearly. Now, this point of maximum distance is called as far point. Let me define you the far point. The point of maximum distance at which eye lens can form a clear image on retina is called far point. Okay? Now, once again I am repeating it. Far point is a point of maximum distance at which eye lens can form a clear image on retina. Now, you also can define myopia in terms of far point. Myopia is the defect in which people cannot see objects beyond the far point. Got it? The defect in which people cannot see objects beyond far point is called myopia. Now, how the defect of myopia will arise? There are possibly two reasons. First one is, if the eye lens having more curvature than its usual curvature, in that case people suffer from myopia. And second reason is, if the eyeball is elongated. See, eyeball have a certain shape. If the eyeball is elongated than its usual size, then in such cases also myopia will arise. How this defect can be corrected? Let us suppose an eye which is suffering from myopia, a person who is suffering from myopia is trying to see an object which is at a longer distance. So, what happens in that case? The light rays from that object will pass parallel to the principal axis and falls on the eye lens, right? If we able to form the image of these rays, that means the object which is at infinity, the image of that object, if you are able to form anywhere in between these 2 points somewhere here by using any lens, and this image will act as the object for this lens and the eye lens will form the image on retina, the problem will be solved. But which lens will do that part? If you once recall the knowledge of the convex and concave lenses, concave lens will help us in that aspect. Here we are taking a concave lens. Concave lens can diverge a parallel beam of light so that they are diverging from a point. If this diverging point of divergence lies in between point of far point and the least distance of distinct vision, then this image acts like an object for the eye lens and eye lens can form a clear image on retina. Problem will be corrected. Now, the question is, how can you decide the focal length of the concave lens which is to be used to correct a certain defect of myopia? I will give you clarity on the question. If suppose take the example of me, myself is I am suffering from myopia. That means I cannot see objects clearly at long distances, I can see objects clearly nearby distances. I will give you the clarity of the question. Take my example, I myself suffering from this defect myopia. I cannot see objects which are at longer distances, but I can see objects clearly which are nearby distance. If suppose I can see only up to 50 centimeters from my eye, that means my far point is 50 centimeters, isn't it? Okay. Now, the question is, what must be the focal length of the eye lens? Now the question is, what must be the focal length of the concave lens I should use? In order to get that, we need to do a small problem. In order to know that, we need to do a small problem. Suppose I am observing an object which is at infinite distance. So, object distance is infinity, and where the image should form, let us suppose the image should form here on M. How can we decide the focal length of the concave lens that should be used to correct the defect? I will explain you the question. Take my example. I am suffering from myopia. That means I cannot see objects at longer distances clearly, but I can see objects clearly at nearby distances. Suppose I can see only up to 50 centimeters from my eye, that means my far point is 50 centimeters. In such case, what must be the focal length of the concave lens I should use to correct my defect? To understand that, let us do a small problem. Let us suppose I am trying to see an object which is at infinite distance. So, from that object light rays will come parallel to the principal axis. When the object is at infinite distance, the light rays that are coming parallel to the principal axis, this concave lens should form the image of that object at M. Okay, that means the light rays will diverge from this and forms an image here on the eye lens, and eye lens can form a clear image on retina like this. Now, let us find the focal length of this lens, concave lens. To do so, let us do a small problem, that is the object distance is infinity, because I am trying to see an object which is at infinite distance, and the image distance is, see what is the image distance? The far point, my far point, that is, say suppose it is at a distance d from the eye. Okay, far point, image distance is nothing but the far point of the person suffering from myopia. Okay. Now, we need to find the focal length of this concave lens. For that, we use the formula 1 by f is equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u, which is lens formula. Now, substitute the values. Before substituting them, apply the sign convention rules. As the object and image distance are opposite to the direction of incident ray, we need to apply negative sign for both of them. On substituting them, so 1 by minus d minus 1 by minus infinity, what I get is 1 by minus d plus 1 by infinity, value of 1 by infinity is 0, right. So, 1 by f is equal to 1 by minus d. So, finally, I can conclude that f is equal to minus d. That means the focal length of the concave lens which is using for the correction is nothing but that is what far point of the person who is suffering from myopia. If suppose okay, coming to my example, I said my far point is 50 centimeters. Now, what is the lens I should use? Yes, concave. And what must be the focal length of this concave lens? Now, you can say it. Yes, it is 50 centimeters. The negative sign tells us that this lens is concave in nature. Let us see the second case, hypermetropia. You might have observed some people at your home or in your relatives who are aged people like above 50 years. They feel difficult in reading newspapers. They try to read the newspapers or books by keeping them at a little far distance, right? And to get rid of this situation, they use some spectacles and they say they are reading glasses. They use such glasses only for reading purpose, isn't it? Okay, to see any objects which are at far away, so then they do not use these glasses to look them. Now, let us discuss this kind of problem in detail. As I said, some people cannot see objects clearly which are nearby to their eye, but they can see comfortably the objects which are at longer distances. So, such defects, such problem is called as hypermetropia, okay? And this defect is also called as farsightedness. In this case, let us see what happens. When the people suffering from hypermetropia, if they try to see an object which is closer to them, then eye lens will converge the light rays coming from the object and forms the image beyond retina, which exactly opposite to the case of myopia. There in myopia, image of the object forms before the retina, okay, and here the image forms beyond retina. Whatever the case, when the object forms image only on retina, then only we can see clearly, otherwise we can't see. Now, why the eye lens forming the image beyond retina? See, whenever you see an object, a nearby object, a healthy human eye can diminish its focal length to a minimum value, that is 2.27, that we learned earlier in our earlier class. When this eye suffering from hypermetropia tries to see a nearby object, will try to diminish its focal length to 2.27, but it can't make it. It stops somewhere at 2.28 or 2.29, like that. That is why you can conclude that the minimum focal length of eye lens of hypermetropic eye is greater than 2.27. Okay. Now, let us see the case. Actually, they can see objects which are far distance, but they cannot see a little closer distances. Let us suppose a point, and that means if the object lies in this distance, from this point to least distance of distinct vision, the object cannot form a clear image on retina, but if object lies beyond that, image will clearly formed on retina. Let us suppose this point, and the point, let us name it as H. We call this point as near point. Let us define near point. The point of minimum distance from the eye lens, where eye lens can form a clear image on retina, is called the near point. Once again I am repeating, the point of minimum distance where eye lens can form a clear image on retina. Now, what is the cause of this defect, hypermetropia? There are possibly two reasons. First one is eye lens. Maybe the eye lens is actually less curved than it actually should be. When you try to see nearby object, it should not able to converge the light rays here. Okay, that is the problem. And the second one is if the eyeball size is lesser than its usual size. In these two cases, you can people may suffer this defect, hypermetropia. Now, how this defect can be corrected? Let us suppose this is an hypermetropic eye, and if object lies anywhere in between these 2 points, that is near point and least distance of distinct vision, then eye lens could not form the clear image on retina. But if the object lies beyond this near point, then object can be seen clearly. Let us suppose if there is an object here in between this H and L, suppose I am taking an object here, and the light rays will come and fall on the eye lens like this. If we are able to form the image of this object anywhere beyond this near point by using any lens here, see, suppose that I have used a lens, which kind of lens can we do that? So that image of this object should form here beyond near point. Which lens can help us to do that? Yes, the convex lens used to converge the light rays which falls on them. So, this convex lens tries to converge the light rays like this. So, and this convergent light rays will fall on the eye lens, and eye lens take these rays are object which are coming far away from beyond a point which is the near point. So, the eye lens can form a clear image on retina. Like that, the problem can be solved. See, observe carefully, once again I am repeating it. For the correction of hypermetropia, if the object which is in between H and L, actually eye lens cannot have a clear image on retina, but by placing a lens here, then the light rays that are coming from this object will form an image here, and this image acts as the object for our eye lens, and eye lens can form a clear image on retina. Now, coming to the third defect of vision, presbyopia. Presbyopia is a defect of vision in which the eye lens loses its ability of accommodation because of the age. That means, when people grow older, their near point recedes away. That means, people will feel difficult to see objects which are nearby distances. That is called presbyopia, and it is also called as old age hypermetropia. Okay? But in some cases, people will suffer from both myopia and hypermetropia. What does it mean? That means people will feel difficult to see nearby objects as well as they feel difficult to see far objects, both. What is the cause of these things? Two things are the reasons for this. First one is weakening of ciliary muscles because of the old age, and other one, the diminishing of flexibility of eye lens. You know that eye lens will flexible so that it adjusts its focal length, right? If eye lens loses its ability of flexibility, then these problems may come. Now, how can this defect can be corrected? We know that the hypermetropia can be corrected by using convex lens, okay, but if the case is both myopia and hypermetropia, to correct this we need a bifocal lens. What does mean bifocal lens? Bifocal lens is a lens which is the combination of both convex and concave lenses. A lens consists of, the lower portion consists of a convex lens and upper portion of lens consists of concave lens. That means, if a person suffering from presbyopia uses this bifocal lens, if he has to read something, he need to see from the lower portion of that lens to correct hypermetropia, and to see a far object he need to see through the upper portion of the lens to correct myopia. Like that, this defect can be corrected. Have you ever seen any prescription given by an eye doctor? After testing a defect of vision, an eye doctor prescribes a corrective lens in terms of the power of the lens. Now, let us try to understand the power of the lens. For that, let us consider a convex and a concave lenses, and we know a light ray parallel to the principal axis, after refraction it get converged and meet the principal axis, okay, and from instead of going in a straight line, it get converged with some angle. It is that called degree of convergence. That degree of convergence depends on the power of this lens. If power of the lens is more, then degree of convergence will be more, and if power is less, then degree of convergence will be less and light ray will go and intersect the principal axis somewhere far from the lens. The same can be applied here for concave lens also. Like that, instead of going in a straight line, light ray when parallel to the principal axis, after refraction from the concave lens, it appears to diverge from a point. This angle is called degree of divergence, and again degree of divergence depends on the power of this lens. If power of this concave lens is more, degree of divergence will be more, and if power of the concave lens is less, the degree of divergence also will be less. Now, let us define this power of the lens. Power of the lens is the degree of convergence or divergence of a light ray achieved by a lens. Once again I am repeating it. Power of the lens is the degree of convergence and divergence of a light ray achieved by a lens. In other words, we also can define power as power is the reciprocal of focal length. Power is the reciprocal of focal length. If focal length is considered in meters, then the formula will be this. If power is focal length is taken in centimeters, then formula would be this. If focal length is taken in centimeters, then formula will be 100 by f. Okay? And power is measured in diopters. That is, unit of power is diopter and is represented by a letter capital D. Let us try to understand power with a small example. In a question, it is asked like that. A person suffering from an eye defect, and doctor prescribed him to use a lens of power 2 diopters. power of 2 diopters. Now he is asking to find the focal length of the lens and the nature of the lens and the defect of vision, what kind of defect of vision he is suffering from. So first let us start with finding the focal length of the lens. We already learned power is the reciprocal of focal length. So from that, focal length is equal to 1 by p. If you want the answer in meters, just you can use this formula, that is 1 by 2, you will get, what is it, 0.5 meters. If you want the answer, that is focal length in centimeters, then you can use the formula 100 by f, there you will get 50 centimeters. Here see, as the focal length you got is a positive, that means the lens nature is convex. And you also know that convex lens is used for the defect of hypermetropia. Here we are observing normal lens. When parallel beam of light comes, normal eye lens forms an image on retina. You can see here the light rays are converging and intersecting at retina, so image forms on retina. See here, you are observing a myopic eye. It forms an image before the retina. For the correction, we are using a concave lens. See, when a concave lens placed before the eye lens, then the light rays are intersecting on retina and image will form on retina. This is how myopia will be corrected. You can see an hypermetropic eye. There the image forms beyond retina. See, the light rays are intersecting beyond retina. Now to correct this defect, we are using a corrective lens, that is a convex lens. When the convex lens is placed in front of the eye lens, see what happens. Yes, the light rays after refraction are intersecting on retina to form a clear image. This is how